For years, I sat in meetings where this district told me all the ways they were accommodating my son: extra time, a quiet room, a worksheet with the hard parts stripped out. What they never did was build something that actually worked for how his mind processes the world. So today, that finally became a federal lawsuit. I'm Iris. This is Arthur, our school administrator, the exact moment those legal papers hit his desk. Watch him find out what happens when accommodation finally has a price tag.
15 years. 15 years of administration. And I want you to know, I have never once, not one time, stopped fighting for this district. Test scores are cratering. The board treats me like I personally invented the deficit, and I am out here trying to run a school system on a budget that a lemonade stand would reject, and lemonade stands don't even get audited. So when the curriculum reps walked in with the glossy folder, the firm handshake, and the specific energy of a timeshare pitch, state seal right there on the cover, I thought I'd won the lottery. Off the shelf, turnkey, one login, one portal, 30 classrooms, done. Like ordering the district a large pizza instead of cooking 30 separate meals. And it had a written guarantee, in writing. Do you know what that phrase does to a man carrying a multi-million-dollar deficit? It's practically scripture. I nearly framed the purchase order before I'd even signed it. I signed that thing so fast I nearly notarized my own name by accident. And then, the papers landed. Turns out checks every box and accessible to actual human children are apparently two completely different boxes. Who knew? Certainly not me. I had a written guarantee. Some attorney named Eldon, and I looked this man up. He does not lose. He collects rulings like other people collect stamps. Has decided our nice, uniform, standardized curriculum is a civil rights violation. Not a bug, a violation. He's saying the dense text, rigid digital modules are sensory landmines for kids with autism and sensory processing needs, and instead of fixing that, we've just been quietly walking them down the hall to a resource room so a paraprofessional can duct tape a worksheet back together. He's calling that segregation. I called it Tuesday. Now, was this my fault? No, absolutely not. I followed the checklist to the letter. I bought the certified product. If the software can't handle a kid's sensory needs, that's a vendor problem. That is a code problem. That is not an Arthur Pacton problem. I have a badge, not a laptop bag full of tools. But the board doesn't care about nuance. The parents are sending demand letters like it's a competitive sport, and I have roughly 4 business days before this becomes a headline. So I did what any reasonable administrator does under existential legal threat. I panicked beautifully, and I passed it downhill, the way water does, the way blame does, the way everything in a bureaucracy eventually does. Effective immediately, every teacher in this building manually differentiates every lesson, documents everything, builds me a paper trail so thick a judge could use it as a doorstop. Is it insane? Sure. Is Lanus already in my inbox calling himself an unpaid curriculum engineer? Yes, and frankly, accurate. But right now, I don't need a solution. I need evidence. That's it. The lesson can wait. The audit cannot.
Arthur thinks he just built himself a legal shield. What he actually built is a gift, wrapped, dated, delivered straight to my inbox, postage paid by his own school board. He's going to spend the next several weeks working his staff to the bone to generate proof that he's trying. I'd let him know that's not a defense, it's a confession with extra steps, but honestly, I'd rather just watch it happen. Stick around. I'll walk you through exactly why his survival plan is the best evidence I've ever been handed for free. I didn't even have to subpoena it. Playlist link below, like subscribe. You know how this goes.